حي على الفلاح.
وَأَعْتَدْنَا لَهُمْ عَذَابَ السَّعِيرِ, and we have prepared for them punishment of the blazing flame. Now, back in the day, somebody asked one of the Muslims, how are the jinn going to be burning in hellfire? They're made of fire. How's it going to burn them? So the scholar they asked took some dirt and threw it in the guy's eyes. The guy's like, why'd you do that? I was like, you're made of dirt, did it hurt? So, not the best way to answer a question in conversation, but it gets the point across, and probably anecdotal. But anyway, وَلِلَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا بِرَبِّهِمْ عَذَابُ جَهَنَّمْ. And for those who disbelieve in their master, is punishment of Jahannam. وَبِئْسَ الْمَصِيرُ, what a horrible place to go back to that is. كُلَّمَا أُلْقِيَ فِيهَا فَوْجٌ, every single time a huge group of people is being thrown into it, سَأَلَهُمْ خَزَنَتُهَا, its guardians. The guardians that were mentioned in Surah At-Tahrim, remember them? عَلَيْهَا مَلَائِكَةٌ غِلَاظٌ شِدَادٌ لَا يَعْصُونَ اللَّهَ مَا أَمَرَهُمْ. Those same guardians in the next surah, now they're asking them, أَلَمْ يَأْتِكُمْ نَذِيرٌ? No warner came to you? You weren't given graphic description of this? You hear that donkey braying noise? You weren't told about that? You didn't own a donkey and it reminded you now? You know? You didn't hear about the steaming when you're about to be thrown in? Nobody came? Really? You didn't hear it? SubhanAllah. Alam ya'tikum nadhir? See, this statement is very heavy because I connect the statement directly to what is a nadhir. What is a nadhir? Nadhir is a messenger. But the book is also a nadhir. Al-Qur'anu bashirun wa nadhir. If the vast majority of Muslims don't even know the warning, they don't even know what Allah says, how He's warning us about the serious nature of hellfire. And by the way, previous surah I already tried to make the point, we're not supposed to feel safe from hellfire, because if we were, Allah wouldn't tell us to protect ourselves from it. So is it possible that a Muslim who never cared to go through the Qur'an, even a little, even to know, just a little, isn't that question valid on that person too? No warner came to you? You didn't get any warning? Nothing? You have no clue? أَلَمْ يَأْتِكُمْ نَذِيرٌ قَالُوا, and these people, the kuffar even, they said, بَلَا جَاءَنَا نَذِيرٌ. Yeah, a warner did come to us. فَكَذَّبْنَا. We just considered him a lie. We just considered it a lie. We considered him a liar. We attribute lies to them. We accuse them of being liars. وَقُلْنَا مَا نَزَلَ اللَّهُ مِنْ شَيْءٍ. And we said, come on, Allah didn't send anything down. Please, revelation, God, messenger. You know? وَقَالُوا لَوْ كُنَّا نَسْمَعُ أَوْ نَعْقِلُ. And they will say then, if we had only listened, and if we had only understood, if we had only applied our intellect. The first condition mentioned here is that of listening. لَوْ كُنَّا نَسْمَعُ أَوْ نَعْقِلُ. The thing of it is, this revelation, these messengers, they are of no benefit to a person until they're willing to listen. And only after listening will you consider giving it some thought. Right? وَلَوْ كُنَّا نَسْمَعُ أَوْ نَعْقِلُ مَا كُنَّا فِي أَصْحَابِ السَّعِيرِ. We would not have been from the people of the blazing, the scorching fire. فَاعْتَرَفُوا بِذَنْبِهِمْ. Then they'll admit to their sin. Actually, the closer the literary interpretation of ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim is, guide us to and along the straight path. The most common translations we find are guide us to the straight path. That would have been correct and complete if the Arabic was ihdina ila as-sirata al-mustaqim. But there's no ila in the Fatiha. So the meaning, it becomes hal also. Right? And all of the prepositions are understood when you remove a preposition. So the meaning is guide us to and along the straight path. In other words, the path is there. When you say guide to, that means knowledge, by the way. When you use the preposition to, like if I say guide me to the airport, what are you going to give me? You're going to give me a map, or you're going to give me directions, right? You're going to give me knowledge. But when I say guide me to and along, then it's not just knowledge, it's also support. Alright, I'll sit in the car with you, I'll come with you, right? Here, Musa alayhi salam is illustrating, وَأَهْدِيَكَ إِلَىٰ رَبِّكَ, I will guide you to your Lord, meaning let me teach you. Let me at least tell you. What this illustrates is he doesn't even want to hear it. He doesn't even want to hear it. Remember khashya we talked about before. A fear of something magnanimous. A fear of something huge. If I give you knowledge of it and you're able to internalize any of it, you'll realize how insignificant you are, and in comparison how enormous your Lord is. It will put you in a state of khashya. What we learn from this is true knowledge leads to what? It leads to fear. True knowledge leads to fear. This is why we find وَالرَّاسِخُونَ فِي الْعِلْمِ, the people mature in knowledge, Allah calls them ulul albab, right? The people of pure intellect in Ali Imran. These are the truly knowledgeable, mature in knowledge. Those same ulul albab at the end of Ali Imran, they're explained further. You want to know more about them? لَآيَاتٍ لِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ الَّذِينَ يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ قِيَامًا وَقُعُودًا وَعَلَى جُنُوبِهِمْ. And in that passage you find these people of knowledge, they're afraid. رَبَّنَا لَا تُؤَاخِذْنَا. Actually they're begging Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَتَوَفَّنَا مَعَ الْأَبْرَارِ لَا تُخْزِنَا يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. You know, don't give us what you promised your messengers. Don't humiliate us on the day of resurrection. They're terrified. That's how the people of knowledge are described. So if you had that knowledge, the first consequence of that knowledge would be, you would be afraid. فَتَخْشَى. Another kind of disobedience that's mentioned in the Quran is fisq, corruption. Commonly translated corruption. Literally means to abandon a path that was good to begin with. So someone who has fisq is someone who was good and then went the wrong way. Or who walked the good path and then abandoned it. And the one who keeps abandoning it, in fiqh also we call him a fasiq. He keeps disobeying Allah. He keeps going the wrong way despite knowing the right way. Then another kind of wrongdoing or disobedience is called fujur, from fajara. And it literally means to tear something wide open. This is the kind of fasiq who doesn't only disobey but is proud of his disobedience and is open about his disobedience and disobeys in the worst kind of ways. So this is a fajr. Then Allah reminds the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, فَأَخَذَهُ اللَّهُ نَكَالَ الْآخِرَةِ وَالْأُولَى. Then Allah took him, seized him, and made nakal out of him. Now nakal actually in Arabic is used for an anklet or a bracelet that in ancient prisons was tied to a wall, you know, the chain and then an anklet, so you can't move. It was also used for chains that prisoners have together, so when the guard moves them, they all are forced to move. They can't stay in one place. So it's an anklet that either restricts your movement or forces your movement, where your movement isn't on your own. Right? This is nakal. And this was used as a means to show others, when they would come or pass by, they would see these prisoners. So they would be deterred that we better not break the law, otherwise we're going to end up like this. So the nakal was a means of injecting fear into a population. This was how it was done. Allah says that He took Fir'aun and He made a nakal out of him. Now that's interestingly ironic because He made it basically a deterrent out of him. Don't be like him, because he's the worst kind of example for al-akhirati wal-ula. And so he is a worst kind of example for the last of people to walk this earth and the earliest. Also means a worst case in terms of the hereafter and also in this life.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. If you enjoyed this video, please do share it with friends and family. If you want to see more videos from this series, click on the box at the top. If you want to see other videos, click on the box at the bottom. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thanks.